Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the 5 greatest Schumann recordings. Yes, in case you've been waiting. Well, I'm sure you've been waiting. We've all been waiting, haven't we? Here they are, and fabulous recordings indeed. I have tried to give you a mixture of old and newer, and the full range of Schumann's output, because he really did compose in just about every medium available to him during the day, at the time, whatever, during the period. But he hasn't gotten credit for all of that. There's a lot of music that's sort of little known, but I think we've got a pretty good selection here, and I'm very interested to see yours as well, because some of you are much better educated than I am in things like the Lieder and other things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. First, the complete symphonies. Sawallisch, Staatskapelle, Dresden on Warner. We know this is the reference version. It has been forever. It enjoys an amazing amount of consensus from the classical public, or the cognoscenti and all that stuff, It's really kind of fabulous when a recording gets universal acclaim, as this had. And it's not just because Sawallisch is marvelous, and he's absolutely fabulous, but the orchestra is incredible. And to demonstrate that Sawallisch is really the guy who brings the best out of this orchestra by letting them play beautifully and balancing textures and picking propulsive tempos and all of those things. He makes nothing but good decisions. We do have a Staatskapelle Dresden cycle from Telemann, which is horrible. Oh my gosh, just awful. And it just goes to show. Orchestras can be great without conductors, but conductors can certainly ruin them. And Sawallisch doesn't. And good for him. So what a great Schumann cycle it is. And it also comes with the Overture, Scherzo, and Finale, which is a masterpiece that very few people know well. So there you go. Next, the Piano Concerto, Rudolf Serkin and Ormandy on Sony. This is another classic, a reference recording. Serkin at his absolute best, Ormandy accompanying with all of the mastery that he has at his disposal with that fabulous orchestra. It's just an incredible performance of a beautiful concerto that everybody does, but not everybody does this well. So, others will have their Schumann concerto favorites, of course, and I have a few others as well, my own. But I think Serkin just blows the lid off the piece. It's just tremendous. Next, a newer issue, relatively speaking anyway, the complete chamber music with piano, featuring Eric Lesage and a fantastic lineup of his French colleagues, or mostly French colleagues, on Alpha. Schumann's chamber music, there are certain works, that people really like, the piano quartet, the piano quintet, and some other stuff, a piano trio or two here or there, But basically, it gets second shrift. And I think that, the reasons are, I don't really know what the reasons are. It's beautiful. But there are other people who have done other things in those media that seem to hog the limelight. And I'm not sure. I'm just not sure why. Schumann's chamber music is gorgeous, and this set, which is at a uniformly high level of performance, gives us an opportunity to hear all of it in a clump, at least all of it with piano, not the string quartets, obviously, and just admire it for the great music that it is. So I think this is a tremendous effort. I hope it's still in print. I don't know. Because Lesage also did all the solo piano music excellently, wonderfully. It's not on this list, but it was a series of really fantastic Schumann recordings on Alpha. So the complete chamber music with piano, I think, is a major statement about the significance of the music and the beauty of the music. So there's that. Next, scenes from Faust. Schumann wrote quite a bit of choral music and ensemble music, and his choral masterpiece is the scenes from Faust. And Anthony Witt on Naxos has made a stunning recording of it. He does fantastic vocal music and large choral works. Remember his Mahler Eighth, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And this is another one where everything goes just ideally. He has a sensational lineup of soloists. It's on Naxos, which gives us they produce it for Witt very natural recordings with beautiful balances and just sort of an ideal sonic framework for the whole thing. Witt brings out all the color in the orchestration. Schumann could orchestrate. He could. He certainly could accompany very, very well vocal soloists and create lovely textures, which he does throughout the piece. It's a knockout of a performance. It really is, of a beautiful, beautiful work. It was very, very popular in the 19th century. It's declined somewhat since then, I think, but it still is fantastically beautiful. The scenes are very well chosen from parts 1 and 2. There are actually 3 parts in the scenes from Faust. And Witt just nails it, absolutely nails it. And last but not least, I mean, we've got to do piano something because Schumann is the romantic piano guy, almost par excellence, along with Chopin. So we got to do some piano. And I know that there are a lot of piano nicks out there who can do lots more piano, but I wanted to have the variety. So only one piano, which is hard, really, really hard. But I chose the Fantasy in C major coupled to Kreisleriana with Yevgeny Kissin on RCA, possibly Kissin's greatest record, or one of the handful of his greatest records. It is romantic, it is passionate, it's spontaneous, it's exciting as hell. It's absolutely fabulous in every respect. And, you know, Kissin was one of those prodigy guys who some might say did not fulfill his promise. I actually think he sort of did. I mean, he has a career. He became a first-rate recital pianist. I mean, you know, maybe not everything is as fabulous as the hype, promised, but the hype never lives up to its promise, does it? That's what makes it hype. But here in Schumann, he's totally in his element, and gives us 2 absolutely glorious performances of 2 of my absolute favorite Schumann masterpieces for piano. So there you go. The 5 greatest Schumann recordings. I would be very interested to see your list. I know this one is going to have all kinds of interesting variety of performer and work and musical forms and media. And oh, wow, there's a lot to choose from here. There really is. And because Schumann is so frequently recorded, the discography is enormous. And so it's very hard to whittle it down to 5. I thought about this one for a long, long time and had lots of things in or out and made many versions of this list before settling on this one. So let's see what you have to say. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.